it was mutual, but we decided that Africa by Toto was like our theme song. And I play it super loud at 9:15 on the dot every day. And one day she barges into my office and goes, "Turn this song off. I hate this song." And then like after a month, I was like, "Oh my gosh." And she was like angry. And she's not like one to ever get angry. I was like, "I'm so sorry." And she's like, "You play that song so loud every single day." And she goes, "And I just can't stand it anymore." And yeah, you learn something new every day.
Here's the million-dollar question. How do men like us reach our full potential and grow into the men we dream of being while taking care of our responsibilities, working, being good husbands, fathers, and still take care of ourselves? That's the question, and this podcast will help you with those answers. My name is Brent, and welcome to the Fallible Man Podcast.
Welcome to the Fallible Man Podcast, your home for all things man, husband, and father. Big shout out to Fallible Nation. You guys make these things possible, and a warm welcome to our first-time listeners. My name is Brent, and today is an incredible day on the podcast. Not only is Sarah joining us, which you know doesn't happen if you follow this podcast very often, but we also have 6 of our podcasting friends, and we would like to welcome Steve and Veronica from Pod Sound School and the Content Jefe podcast.
Happy to be here.
Hey, how's it going?
Alex and Alicia from PodPros and the Podcasting Made Simple podcast.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, appreciate it.
And it wouldn't be a conversation about relationships without our dear friends Oliver and Denise from Denoli and the Relationship Trade Secrets podcast.
What's up, family?
Hello.
We're happy to be here. You know, we always want to hang out with Brent. So whenever Brent says come hang out, we're like, all right, cool, let's make it happen.
I say the same thing.
I'm incredibly overwhelmed, guys. Just the fact that you guys would take your time to be here. So thank you for agreeing to do this collab. Hopefully we're all going to get a lot out of this to share with our audiences and get to know each other and build some relationships at the same time. Now, I start the podcast these days with a silly question. So we'll see. We're going to take a shot and then we'll get the answer at the end, okay? So if you dug a hole through the center of the earth from Wellington, New Zealand, in which European country would you emerge? Would it be A, Germany, B, Spain, C, France, or D, Poland?
Poland?
I'm going to go with Poland.
New Zealand.
I have no clue.
You can go with Germany?
Sure, whatever you say.
All right. Alex thinks Germany, and Alicia is not 100% on that, but I'll say Germany.
That's a fantastic question.
I don't
so
know.
we're just going, what are we going to do? Rock, paper, scissors? Like,
You all relational gurus. These are things you all have to decide on.
right.
know,
Like we got to be on it. We got to
For
be on
real.
the same page at least,
Right.
even if we're wrong, right? Was that an option?
It was
That was an option.
Oh,
Let's
It
do
was.
it.
see?
I was going to
Spain.
say Spain.
Spain.
Germany?
Let's do it.
Spain, France, or Poland?
Spain. We're going to go with Spain.
All right. Hold on to your answers. Everybody listening, make your guess. Don't cheat. Don't pause the podcast and go find out. That's cheating. Hey guys, the way we're going to start is we'll just go around, I don't know, some direction. Take 1 minute and tell us about your podcast. Introduce yourselves. Alex, do you want to start?
Sure. Yeah, I'll speak to that point. So like Alicia and I, we run a company called PodPros, which is education for podcast guests and hosts. And we have a podcast that most people find extremely boring because it's about podcasting. So whenever I meet a random person, like, "Oh, you have a podcast. What's it about?" I'm like, "Podcasting." And they're like, "Oh," right? Like it's a huge letdown. But hey, if you're in this space, it is a show just focused on helping a podcast guest or host take their next step and make it one that really adds value to their journey as a podcaster.
Nice.
Who's
Steve?
next?
Yeah, do you want to take it? Why are you sweating?
I don't know. I'm really sweaty.
Because you're sweat, dripping sweat.
This is a trick question for sure.
I'm
Yes.
not used to this. Yeah.
So we are the Pod Sound School. We're podcast coaches. We do podcast courses and we do one-on-one coaching for aspiring podcasters and coaches and content creators. And we have a YouTube channel where we have all of our instructional videos, and we also have our paid programs. We started with our podcast, the Pod Sound School podcast, and we retired our podcast a year ago.
Yeah, just about a year.
And we launched Content Jefe because we're heading towards like something more encompassing when it comes to content creation, not only podcasting. So
content marketing.
just content
in general.
marketing in general. That includes podcasting and video podcasting and other things. So we've been making our podcast Content Jefe for a year or less than a year. It's a video podcast, which we enjoy the most, and that's what our brand is all about. It's about video podcasting.
That's fun. And, we're just more ourselves. It's called Content Jefe because Veronica is from Colombia. So we do a lot of Spanglish in our lives as it is. So, we're on like episode 37 right now, and it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, so we are on YouTube and we are on Spotify, video podcast too, and all of the podcast players. Yep. And it's been a lot of fun.
Sweet.
Very cool. So we are Denise and Oliver Denoli, and we too are podcasters, and we've been doing it for how long now?
Who knows?
Wow,
It's been a long time.
I don't know, 6 or 7 years. So we're relationship coaches, and most of our content is based on relationship coaching. And so that's what we do in addition to, social media and YouTube as well, conferences, all of that kind of stuff.
Yep, that's our thing. Relationships, both personally and professionally. We've been podcasting, but it's been off and on, if we're going to be quite honest, right? So we do some audio podcasting. We have a show on YouTube that's about to start back up again with the new season, Inside the Relationship. So it's kind of a video thing because I love video, to be quite honest. So we love doing video stuff and hopefully another podcast. I'm putting it out there now, even though it hasn't started yet. But I wrote a book for men called Overcoming the Man Laws. So be on the lookout for the Overcoming the Man Laws podcast. It's coming soon.
Yeah, you're committed now, man. You put it out.
Committed. I put it out there. So yeah.
Keep him honest.
Keep me honest. Yeah. I'm finally going to jump the broom on that one.
So when you get here for the conference, right, you're going to have the first show ready to go?
Actually, I might actually have. Yeah, you're right. I might have the first one.
There you go. You got the mark right there. You got 2 weeks.
Yep, there it is.
Oliver is flying out to join me. I run a men's conference called the Phoenix Conference. That is February 10th and 11th. And Oliver is one of our keynote speakers who will be actually on site. We do it both for in person and virtual. So Oliver's coming out. So now, heels to the fire, guys, right there.
There it is. That's right.
By the time the Phoenix rolls around, Oliver's going to have it ready to go.
We're going to be ready to go. All right. You hold me to it. Podcast art is done. So we're ready to go.
How long have you guys been together, and do you have kids? Want to start?
No, because you're putting me on the spot.
And like, why would I want to go first?
Steven wants to go first.
There you go, Steven.
Thank you.
No, she was just about to go. I saw it.
I'm putting you on the spot.
She always puts me on the spot.
I'm saving her.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So I'll go.
Okay.
We'll go. So the question was how long we've been together and do we have kids, right?
That's the question.
Cool. So we've been married for just over 10 years. In 2022, we celebrated 10 years.
Nice.
And we dated for a year and a month. We're engaged for 3 months. And that's been our whole relationship. We were also friends for a few years before we even got together. And no kids. We're very happy that way for right now. So that works really great for us at the moment. We call our software our baby. So we just kind of build out the software and work in the business, but really enjoy our relationship. Not just personally, but also professionally. We have a really good time together.
Hey, we waited over a decade to have kids. You're doing fine.
Nice.
Thanks.
Okay, well then I guess next I was supposed to go. I was confused there. Yeah, we've been married now officially for a while, 5-6 years.
He doesn't remember.
Blurry lines there. And I think part of the reason the lines are so blurry is because of the kids. We have 3 kids. We have 2 14-year-old twins and a 4-year-old. And she has been the biggest challenge in our business lately. It's probably the 4-year-old. Yeah, she's the CEO. It's her world. We're just living in it.
Nice. Good stuff. Well, I guess we'll go. So we'll save Sarah. Give Sarah some time to get her bearings on this one. We are let's see. Let's do the numbers. We have known each other for coming up on 28 years.
Oh wow.
We've been married for 22 of those years. We have 3 children, the youngest of which will be 20 in 2 weeks, and a 3-year-old grandson.
Oh, cute.
Very nice.
But
Yeah.
you know.
It's very cute. Okay, I had to do the math. So we've been married in April 22 years, and we have 2 kids, and we knew each other for 4 or 5 years before that, I think.
Yeah.
But we were just friends until he proposed, pretty much. So
Wow, 22 years.
I love that. I respect that.
Yeah.
Friendship proposed. Or to be engaged. I like it.
Bold move.
Well, they say you should marry your best friend. So I had the realization one day, if I was stupid enough not to, then I deserve to be miserable. So
Cute.
That's good.
I
That's
love
good.
that.
all right, guys, we're gonna do the speed round here. Okay. Favorite date night. What's your ideal date?
Mhm.
honestly,
And is it different? What's yours?
coffee.
Mine? You say it.
Well, I don't know. Should we take turn? Like, who goes first? Is it? And
There's not an order.
there's not an order.
We're just doing this today.
Freeform. I'll tell you. I like getting coffee and going to the range, shooting off some rounds.
Hey,
That's it.
Best date night.
Yeah.
I like that.
308 long range targets and hot coffee.
I like it. I like
Because it's a date.
it. Caffeine and adrenaline. Great combo. Or stress reliever. So
Stress.
release of adrenaline,
Stress
maybe.
reliever.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Our favorite date night, I would say, is like a nice dinner out to eat, just the 2 of us. And we could also just have a movie night sitting on the couch together. Either way works.
Nice. We do either green juice and infrared sauna, or stay at home and watch a movie, and while we eat cereal.
Yeah, cereal.
We like cereal.
Those
Yes.
are 2 very different extremes. It's like
Yes.
one's like a really healthy move, the other's just kind of like a lazy
Welcome
move.
to the merry life.
I love
Yeah.
it.
Listen, I'm a fan of cereal. So that sounds like
Oh yeah, we have a cereal
fantastic.
problem. But Steven doesn't like it because I like my cereal with hot milk.
Me too.
Really?
You're my people.
Wow.
I always get that. Ew.
I
How
always
could
have.
you?
Good
I
stuff.
have.
Good stuff.
Please don't let it get soggy. I'd say just about anything goes.
See, that's why I don't like it hot, because it makes the
It
soft
does.
factor
I don't
goes.
mind it.
Softens it up.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
you
mind it.
really fast.
I don't
That's what's
mind.
up. I don't know. I got a few, man. So we can fall in any area of the spectrum, right? So on one end of the spectrum, we can literally get in the car and say, you know what? It's a beautiful day. Let's get in the car. We're going to drive for an hour north, and then we're going to come back to scenic route south,
Yeah.
back home,
Mhm.
right? So that could be a date right there.
Uh-huh.
And then the other end of the spectrum is, going out for a weekend somewhere. So we maybe not too far. No?
Date night.
Date night.
Yeah.
So
not
one
a
night, not a weekend.
date
Okay.
night.
So, yeah.
Just
So
going
what's,
out to eat
yeah, going out to
somewhere.
eat. Yeah.
Going out to eat would probably.
I
be-
mean, in the weekend though, we could have a night.
Yeah.
That's part of the weekend. No, that doesn't
Taking it
work.
That's not what the question
Okay.
was.
All right. All
I
right.
like this negotiation though. I think
Listen,
it's
I,
not fair.
listen, I was trying to get in the weekend. That's what I was trying to get in.
I feel like Oliver's got it. I like it. I'm going to take the negotiation. Well, you can have a date night on a weekend. That's fine.
Yeah.
Laughing
Indeed.
because I was very pointedly looking at my husband. I like driving.
For all of you on
And
the
he
audio,
doesn't.
not on the video, he glares here.
Yeah, we're quick to jump in the car, man.
Yeah,
Quick.
go
We're
for a
quick to
drive.
jump in the car.
All
We
right.
do that too. It's fun. You have
It
a lot
is
of
fun.
interesting conversations and you talk
Mhm.
about the business and the kids, and it's
Yeah.
just fun.
Yeah.
And if you work from home, it's just a great way to take a
Right.
break from being in the same place
hmm
day and night.
Right.
Oh, it's
Yep.
Yeah.
so
Change of scenery.
exhausting.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
Change of scenery, and something I often say is I want to breathe some different air.
Mhm.
Let's go breathe some different air.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Instead
we
of
do
this
that a
air right
lot.
here, let's go somewhere else.
Yeah, we live in North Carolina, so there's a lot of trees and beautiful things to see here.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Beautiful.
How long have you two guys been in business together?
We started our business 4 years ago.
Almost 5 years now.
Yeah,
Mhm.
almost 5 years.
Yeah.
When we started, we kind of didn't know what we were doing. We just moved because of the passion we have for podcasting, and started posting content, creating content, and see what that would lead us to. And that's how we got into coaching and into just working people one-on-one, helping them to launch their podcast. And we started our YouTube channel, and because we didn't want to be on camera, so we created animated videos. We animated ourselves, and that's pretty funny. Like if you go back in our channel, you can find those were the first videos that we posted.
Was animated characters, yeah.
Yeah, they're cute, but then we realized if we wanted our channel to grow, then we needed to show our faces.
Yeah.
So we started showing our faces and just going through the pains of
The pains. I have problems with. I mean, apparently I sweat profusely.
yeah, he still sweats
Like
so
just
much.
profusely. I don't get it. Like, why aren't you sweating? And then also,
Because I don't
I
I'm
remember.
not working
Yeah,
out.
the first day we got in front of the camera, Veronica, I asked her to do my makeup, and
Mhm.
I mean, I was having
We had
I need
terrible
makeup for
lighting.
it, and yeah, terrible lighting, full on every kind of nervous breakdown you can have.
Yeah, so there's this kind of fun part of launching a business and creating content of not knowing what you're getting into. That is just like you're so naive and so willing to try, and you don't know what's at stake. So I think that's just pretty cool when you're studying. And then you just move from there and you keep learning and you keep improving and you keep having fun.
Mhm.
And that's what we kind of try to teach our students and our clients, is just to start from where they are and enjoy being that new and enjoy being that naivete. Is that how you say it?
I don't know.
Naive.
Yeah.
Naivete, yeah.
Of not knowing what you're doing sometimes.
No, real quick. Steve is sweating because I think that Veronica has a knife in there in case he says something that's not
I
in the
know,
right
I'm
page. Like, what are you going to say? How long we've been together? What are you going to say?
It's true.
Yeah, he's sweating. He's sweating here. I think he goes through a lot of stress when
I have no idea what it is. I think it's
it's my accent. It's like, what
Yeah.
is she gonna say? What is she going to mispronounce? No.
Well, I did turn off the air so that it didn't get in, because we're using this one condenser microphone, so I didn't want the air unit to ruin our sound. So that's probably really what it is.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
There you go.
The life of an audio engineer. Alicia, you know.
So the question was how long we've been working together, right?
Yes.
So officially it's been about 2.5 years. That's the mark of Podmatch and the creation of the rest of it. But we, when we first got married, we worked together in a different business where Alex actually was my boss in a corporate setting. So that was interesting. We were together 24/7. We rode to work together. Our desks were 15 feet apart. He told me what to do all day. It got us ready for what we're doing now. It was a really great introductory for us working together, creating something so new and still being together 24/7. Our offices are like 5 feet apart. But yeah, so officially 2.5 years.
Nice.
Sweet. Good stuff. I think for us, officially, 2018 is when it was official, like on paper.
Yeah. So going on 5 years, but unofficially it was before that.
Yeah, unofficially, probably started creating content probably in 2013, and everything just kind of mushroomed from there. So from 2013 on, started doing some podcasting, started doing some video on YouTube.
So we've been working together since then.
Yeah. So 2013, and then officially on paper 2018.
Wow. All right. We launched the Fallible Man September 1st, 2020. That was we started putting stuff together, but that's the day we officially got our LLC officially formed and decided, okay, we're really going to do this. So, and I've been working a full-time job for years. I lost that job at the end of July due to my company losing major parts of their contract. So this is our sole life now since August, but it's been a ride. Now here's the question that's going to get everybody in trouble. Okay, so
we're here for it.
I'm ready.
What is your spouse's favorite song?
Wow.
Spouse's favorite song.
I can go. I got this one.
Okay.
Hard Times by Paramore. At least during 2020, that was Alicia's favorite song. And it's the song singing about hard times. And that was a lot of people's 2020, but it does it in such a positive way. If you ever heard the song, it's really upbeat and fun. But if you listen to the lyrics, what the heck is this talking about? But Spotify agrees with me. That was her top song that she played that year. And we happened to hear it last night randomly when we were out at dinner. And she can't help but start dancing and singing with it, even though I'm trying to have a conversation with her. So I know that's her song.
Nice.
Yeah, that'll work for now. I'm sure that'll change. Alex, I don't think he would ever go on record as saying he has a favorite song. He is a music junkie, likes all different types. I would venture to say maybe it's something from Yellow Card. That's one of his favorites, but there's...
Can't pick a favorite song, and I like that she knows that. So yeah, that's where I'm at. She answered it right the first time.
Sweet. Man, favorite song.
I have no idea what your favorite song is. I have no idea what my favorite song is.
I was just about to say, I think for us, it's seasonal. I think, or
maybe so, yeah.
Wherever we are in life at the moment. I mean, and I'm so all over the place with music, right? One day it's a reggae song, one day it's a gospel song, one day it's hip hop, one day it's jazz. Yeah. One day it's something my son put me onto that I didn't even know existed. It's just, so I'm all over the place.
Yeah. I think either one would have.
Yeah.
Season or mood? I think that.
Yeah.
It a lot.
Yeah.
I think that Veronica's would be definitely a Spanish song, probably an old traditional Colombian song that I wouldn't know the name of. But Veronica just has tons of favorite songs. I've been trying to figure out there's a specific key that actually will make her cry, on command immediately. I think it's the C or C minor or something. And she's just that's one of my favorite things about her actually is how music it emotionally affects her more than anybody I've ever met. She's immediate tears just from music. So, but a lot of Spanish lyrics and Spanish songs. What, vallenatos? Is that what you call them?
Yeah, I don't like vallenato. I don't know what
okay. Never mind. See, I guess I don't know. You like vallenato.
If you look at my Spotify playlist, it has a little bit of everything too. Mm-hmm. I like Max Richter. I like classical music because I do a lot of writing. So I do that. Mm. And I like hip hop, the dirtiest hip hop when I work out. Music in Spanish.
I love that he figured it out down to the key. Because that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, he knows.
I'm trying to figure it out so that, I can manipulate her emotions. Wait a minute.
And I don't know what your favorite song is.
Yeah, I don't know either. I don't really have a favorite song either. I'm very eclectic all over the place too. I used to say it was Gloria Estefan. Conga by Gloria Estefan. But I don't know.
I think it was more to torture our teenagers than anything else. But yeah, he likes. What do you like?
I don't know. I think you got it.
What my husband likes.
See, I had to share our pain with you. We did a marriage enrichment class not long ago at our church they were doing. This came up as an icebreaker question, and I watched like 15 couples panic.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my gosh.
Amazing. We had all these couples. We had some people who had been married, 3 years, some people who have been married 20 plus years like us, some people who have been married much longer, all like the look of panic on their face was incredible. And it's like, wow, I guess you truly never stop learning. I wanted to throw this out there just for that, for the benefit of our listeners, guys. No matter how much time you spend with your spouse, you're going to keep learning things about them. And there will be things you don't think to ask. Just kind of live with. And so as we're talking about getting into business with your spouse, understand there's always going to be things for you to learn and grow in. You're not going to run out of questions.
Very true. Very true. Literally last night,
less than 24 hours ago,
we just recorded a video that we haven't posted yet that is talking about that very thing.
Yeah.
There's always something to learn. Always something to learn. At every
I got a story about that
juncture.
too.
Yeah.
With the song thing. So I don't know why, but when we started working together from home, I don't know where this happened. I thought it was mutual, but we decided that Africa by Toto was like our theme song. And I play it super loud at 9:15 on the dot every day. And one day she barges into my office and goes, "Turn this song off. I hate this song." And it was like after a month, I was like, "Oh my gosh." And she was like angry. And she's not like one to ever get angry. I was like, "I'm so sorry." And she's like, "You play that song so loud every single day." And she goes, "And I just can't stand it anymore." And yeah, you learn something new every day. So
First of all, it was never a mutual decision to make that our theme song.
In my head it was. Anyway, back to you.
Before we dive into our first break for our first sponsor, what is quickly one thing that everybody should know about you guys as a couple before we dive into today's topic of working with your spouse?
I'm not sure what you're thinking, but the first thing that came to mind for us is that it's something that I say often to the couples that we work with, is that we will be your greatest critic. However, we will also be your greatest cheerleader.
I'll mention that Alicia and I, teamwork has kind of been like one of the themes of our relationship, of our marriage. So for us, it's always, even if we fight, we always say fight for resolution, not to win. Like we're not trying to be right or anything like that. So we just do a really good job being a really unified team on an ongoing basis. And for us, that's built on the concept of our faith. So like we believe in Jesus and we just do our best to model Jesus and follow that. And that's, again, where our teamwork comes from. It's all kind of from there. So I think that's something that's just really has been a pillar in our lives and really kind of set us aside.
All right.
I love that.
In our case, what we do is we separate our relationship from the business. So when we are in the business setting, when we're working, we're colleagues and we're professionals, and I expect to be treated as a professional, and Steven expects to be treated as a professional.
Yeah, even though we work in the same house, we do Zoom meetings. But I think the one thing that people should know about us as a couple, or at least, when we join together, both as a couple and also with our business Pod Sound School, is kind of the same. After years of unfulfilling work and also after years of unfulfilling relationships, it was just about prioritizing fun. And so that's like, we stop ourselves a lot and just say, are we having fun? And if we're not having fun, then we kind of have difficult conversations to figure out how we can kind of gear up and have fun again. So
nice.
I love that.
Nice.
Yeah,
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Anything you want to add?
I didn't get to see these questions beforehand.
Yeah, if you guys are sweating a little bit, don't worry, Sarah hasn't seen these either. I'm putting everybody on the spot today except for me. Now,
that's the way to do it.
If there's one thing to know about us is to us is the core of everything. Sarah doesn't like to be on camera. I'm grateful. I think this is like maybe the third time she's ever been on camera with me, maybe the fourth. But whether you see her or not, Sarah's always in the background. So we've kind of fallen into what works for us. But even when you don't see us together, this is always what it's about, Sarah and I.
Yeah.
From morning to dusk, this is what it is we figure out how to work together, and we don't always see eye to eye, but we're always together. It's us first.
Yeah,
So
that's great.
we're spending some time getting to know our guests a little bit. I wanted to introduce you guys all to everybody and let our audience get a feel for who we're into. We're going to roll to our first sponsor. And when we come back, we got Podcasters Answer, how to run a business with your spouse. We'll be right back in just a second.
One thing I usually don't share is how impactful the podcast has been for me personally. There's a lot I love and appreciate because I have the podcast. I become somebody who can approach people easier. I have a better network of people to call upon when I need them. I get to meet new people all the time from all walks of life and all over the globe and connect with them at a deeper level. And I have a voice to do what I love. I'm always put into situations where I'm having to stretch and learn something new. I've really grown as a person and a professional since I started doing my podcast. And that was even before my show really started growing. I hired a company called Grow Your Show, who's our sponsor, by the way, and I wanted to share them with you. The owner, Adam, has one of the very best podcasts for teaching you how to be a podcaster. I honestly wish I had found it sooner. One thing that they've done to help me is to bring me to a much larger listener base so that my voice is being heard around the world. There's a good chance, in fact, that they helped us connect. But they also do editing and post-production. They can even help you launch and start your podcast, which could really help you in your business or whatever you're trying to achieve. So I just wanted to give them a quick shout out. I love to share great people and companies that I believe in that I use personally. So that's Grow Your Show at growyourshow.com. I have a link in the show notes. And if you have a podcast or you want to start a podcast or you're thinking about it, just scroll down there, click that link, and go work with my friend Adam. He's going to treat you right.
Welcome back, guys. In the first part of the show, we were getting to know our guests a little bit because we have an incredible ensemble for you today. But now it's time to dig into how to run your business with your spouse. So the first question is, was there any anxiety about going into business together before you started? And I don't know that we can do a long enough show for everybody to answer. So whoever wants to take this is welcome to jump in, or we'll take as much as we can on it.
I don't think there was any anxiety when we got into business together. I was pretty much done with my corporate job. So when Steven proposed to me to get into business together, I said yes. Mm-hmm. I think the challenges have come later in the journey.
Yeah, maybe some of the truer colors or the darker parts of maybe some of our, like, how we are to work with came out later, maybe a year or two after work. And so, I was always really excited to work with Veronica.
Yeah, me too.
Anybody else?
I think for us, and
I don't feel like there was any anxiety.
Yeah, I don't feel like there was any anxiety. I think for me personally, the anxiety, if I guess we could call it that, didn't arise until I actually stepped out of the corporate space.
Yeah.
Because for a while, I'm doing this, I'm double dipping. So it was okay. But for me, the anxiety came in 2021 when I was like, all right, God is kicking me in the back to do something that makes absolutely no sense at all.
Yeah.
and anxiety around doing that, and anxiety around how she might feel about me doing that, and so, really had to, dig deep in terms of our, really being intentional about a team to ease my anxiety around that.
I'll share something real quick, because Alicia and I didn't have any true anxiety, I'd say, when it came to working together. But I had a moment that was it was an anxious moment for me. And at this point, I had been in my professional career for about 14 and a half years. And this is months after we launched PodMatch, which is like our flagship product, and had started doing really well. It got to the point where I could see its lack of growth was due to my corporate job. And I'm one to always really apply myself. So like I gave it 110% as long as I was there. So I believe the way you end one season is the way you begin the next. So I wanted to leave my corporate job well, but the writing was on the wall that I had to leave. And the first person I was going to talk to about that was Alicia. And I don't know why, because she's always been so supportive, but that's just it's a big life decision to leave your corporate job.
Yeah.
And so I sat her down and I just said, I think I have to leave my job that I've been at for 14 and a half years. That's made our lives very easy at this point. And I didn't know what, I was like sweating when I told her. And she goes, wow. And that was like her initial response. And then she goes, if it's time to do it, I trust you. I think we need to do it. And like that support right there, like made the rest of that transition very simple for me. But for that moment, that was like a moment I'll never forget, because it was like, I feel like I was going to the boss and said like, like, hey, I think it's time to stop. But so that's the moment I'll share. Ever since then, it's been it's been really just a blessing getting to work together.
Yeah.
Nice.
We had the same experience.
Very same experience.
Same experience.
Yeah.
Exactly the same.
I had a buddy tell me, he was like, listen, bro, I hear you and with you. God is telling you to do this. He's kicking you in the back. He was like, make sure that wifey is on board 100%. And I remember the conversation. It was Memorial Day weekend, 2021. We were driving to a barbecue, and the barbecue was far enough away that we could have a really in-depth conversation. And same thing, like with you, that was the moment she was like, all right, that's what God's telling you to do. Then we don't see it. We don't see how it plays out, but we're going to be obedient. And I put in my 2-month notice that very next day.
You want the fun conversation?
We do.
You just lost your job and you're not going to go look for another one because you're going to do this full time. My company downsized, and that was kind of the kick in the pants. We had already talked about being able to do this full time, but my company downsized and lost over half its contracts, and it was cheaper to keep the guys I trained than to keep the guy who trained them.
Wow.
So the conversation became, I'm unemployed, but we're really close to making this work. Do I go back to looking for another job, or are we really are we gonna take this and go with it? So yeah, no anxiety about working with Sarah. Sarah's amazing, but losing that parachute, definitely anxiety.
Yeah.
How do you guys run your business? Do you have separate roles or do you have overlapping roles?
We have separate roles.
And they also overlap as well too. That's something that's kind of ongoing. It changes a lot. That's actually, I think, one of the challenges at first too, is you sort of find a way to kind of decide whose role is which and who's going to be like more of the CEO type personality, and who's going to be more, determining what each roles are is something we're constantly experimenting with. And now finally, after all these years, we've kind of found more what our roles are, and we're kind of really starting to lean into that. I think even just sort of take the business even more seriously than we were at first, even though looking back, I don't think we would tell you we weren't taking it seriously. I just don't think we had, our self-esteem was quite big enough or something for us to believe that we could do something legitimate. And maybe that was also, you mentioned losing the parachute. I think that's also kind of the feeling of not having the corporate jobs or the jobs that we had before, because you're not sure you have what it takes to actually push the business through that few years of, that rite of passage stage that you have to get to before you really start turning.
Yeah, and we didn't come from a business background. I was an attorney, and Steven is an audio engineer. So we got into the business, and we didn't
know anything about business.
We didn't know anything about business. Yeah, we didn't know how to manage ourselves, because up until that point we had a boss. All of a sudden we were our own bosses.
Yeah, and the struggle of having to manage yourself and be your own boss, and then also with working at home, everything just is out the window, and like it's just a complete circus sometimes. And so that has been I think that's been one of the funnest parts of all of it, is being able to try on different hats. And whether you're a couplepreneurs or a solopreneur, you have to wear so many different hats, especially in the beginning stages of your business. And that's been really fun. So
yeah, it's been fun to bring different skills and different things that we're good at to the table too. Yeah. Steven knows how to edit video, and he has a background in music production. So all of our content looks the way it looks at the beginning is because he had that background. And I'm a writer, so I was able to take over the role of a copywriter for a company. Now I do other things, but we're separate, and his studio is here in the 3rd floor, and my office is in the 1st floor, so we don't see each other.
We have Zoom meetings. Actually, we found we're more efficient, and that we take each other more seriously as work colleagues if we do our meetings through Zoom, and instead of actually meet up. And that keeps us in check, and it keeps us timing things. And so we're constantly looking for ways to
be more efficient.
Yeah, be more efficient. not be distracted by the girl at work that you have a crush on. You know? So,
or the tea chatter.
Lisa?
We have very, very clear and defined roles. Alex is the visionary, the creative, more of like the CEO role. And I'm COO. I am all the operations, all the member services, everything behind the camera. Just like Sarah, this is probably the third time I've done something like this. I just kind of pop in and say, hey, sometimes, and I'm out. But we try to be as efficient as possible, use a lot of different SOPs. That keeps us on track within both of our roles.
Okay.
I think for us, Ollie is the more creative one, and he is more of the A personality. So it's better for him to be on camera most of the time. And I think I'm better at editing, like captions and stuff like that. Well, there was something else that I was going to say that I do a lot more of. But we don't necessarily have defined roles. Though.
Yeah, I think it kind of just fell.
It overlaps.
It kind of just fell to the person who either wanted to do it or it fell to the person who had to do it because the other person did not want to do it. It's just on both sides. You know what I mean? Like she does some stuff, no matter, here's what's crazy, right? In the world that I came from, I'm coming from the IT space, and I did a whole bunch of stuff in the IT space. Everything you could think of that could be done in the IT space, I probably did. But one of those was strategic communications for IT. So I did a lot of writing at the end of my career. No matter how good I am at that, she's better. And that's not even what she does, right? So no matter how good something is, I feel like I wrote, I'll shoot it off to her and I'll be like, babe, can you handle that for me, please? Because I know there's something that can be fixed, right? Yeah. So I think it kind of just fell to us just kind of knocking this thing out as a team and, kind of putting everything in the pot of what needed to be done. Yeah. And then the person picking it out like, hey, I can do this. Okay, cool. All right, I can do this. Okay, cool.
I know, though, that your strength is any video you see, the audio that you listen to, all of that is him. I have no clue whatsoever. That goes. I don't even know this. What is this even called? The soundboard? I don't know what button. I don't know none of that.
Yeah, the technical stuff definitely does fall does fall to me primarily. So
yeah,
I think Sarah and I have just kind of fallen into our roles as we've gone. She's much more comfortable with me out in front on the camera, so we've discussed. But Sarah does a lot of the engineering in the background when we're recording podcasts. She's usually, instead of on camera, in the back, changing the scenes, putting in overlays, stuff like that. She does it on our live streams as well. She's taking over part of screening our guests. She's taking over and doing more of my PodMatch account and screening our guests instead of me doing all of it just to try and take something else off my plate. And
yeah, that's interesting.
Awesome. Yeah, Sarah is finding the fun because there are a lot of great people on PodMatch, but you also meet some very interesting people on PodMatch for sure. Now, we've talked about it a little bit, but how do you separate family time from business time, or does it kind of overlap for you guys?
A little bit. I think it overlaps only because of scheduling and having to get whoever needs to go where, pick up the grandson, that type of thing. Somebody might need to stop working and quickly do that. So it may overlap a little bit, but other than that, I don't feel like it overlaps much. I feel like other than that, it's pretty separated.
Yeah, I would agree. I think we have to be more intentional now, though, than we ever have had to be in the past. Yeah. With certain schedules, if you're working 9 to 5 or 8 to 6 or whatever it is, we knew that there were pockets and periods of time that were going to be completely devoted to a particular thing. Now it somebody said it to me like this, and I was like, man, it's kind of true. You leave your 9 to 5 looking for the flexibility that comes with leaving your 9 to 5, but then end up working 24 hours. Yeah. So now we're like, wait a minute. We can't do this. Like, we need time for ourselves. We need time to bond. We need time with the grandkid. We need time,
And
So
then the other thing too, with us at least, is that you left the corporate space and I did not.
right,
I
right.
still have my 9 to 5, and at certain times of the year, it can be pretty demanding.
Mhm.
And so I work later at certain times of the year. So there's that.
Yeah, so we really have to be intentional on making sure that there are some lines, some clear lines that we can see.
For us, we do I think we do a pretty good job of knowing like when's personal time and when is work time, right? So for us, we just keep everything in the calendar. So we know that, hey, every day at 6 p.m., that's when work stops. And even as far as like working together, like we have office hours of the day. So there's 2 separate times when we're even allowed to have conversations together about work. But once that's over, we know that that's over. We close down the laptops, we lock up the offices, right? We're done for the day. We've been very intentional with that, especially because my mind, I love to work and I love to create. So I can just like talk about it forever. So Alicia's helped me learn to identify and create that balance properly, which has been very healthy for us. So again, 6 p.m., Monday through Friday, that's the switch. And then it goes into our time, just us, friends, all that type of stuff. But we know leading up to that, we talk twice a day, and that's how we maintain our personal and professional lives.
Yeah.
Wow, that's admirable. That's where we would like to get to, and we have those conversations like we need to get here, we need to close up shop, but and we're trying and we're doing good. I think that is probably one of the biggest struggles you could say of our business is how much that bleeds over into our family and into our personal lives, because we get so excited about our business and new things, that the new ventures around the corner. And even on our date nights and things, it's like, we're not going to talk about business tonight, right? On our date night, and then we wind up the whole time talking about business.
Yeah. I feel like when we started our business, we used to be more just talking about business all the time. But the more you grow into your business, I feel like the last couple of years, it's been a transformation. We've gone through a transformation with the business, so it pushed us into having schedules and into having some set rules, so we don't drive each other crazy, so we don't fight,
so we don't fight, or so that we don't have the burnout.
Because if it's day and night talking about the business, then the other person has been working all day, and here comes more about the business. I don't want to hear it. I just want to have a meal. I just want to play with the kids. So we are trying really, really hard to have those set schedules and to follow our calendar and to be separated from each other when we work, so we're more efficient. And also, we have 3 kids, and they're little. Yeah. Well, our 14-year-old twins, they're like, they have all sorts of practices and piano practice and guitar practice, and we have to drive them around. We have to drive our 4-year-old around too, and we have to do meal prep, and we have to cook for them, and we have to make sure that everything gets done. So it's chaos sometimes, and it's hard to manage, but we're getting there. And now we have a team of people working with us. So it's just we were forced to get more organized.
Yeah, we're forced to get more organized and build I guess you'd call it a productivity system. And all of that was us.
And enlist help.
Yeah, as well. And learn how to manage ourselves, learn how to manage our time. When you work for other people, you have that manager character that traditionally takes care of that for you. And so that's been a big struggle that we're constantly fighting, but we're doing pretty good.
Yeah, our first hire was our cleaning lady.
Yeah.
And then a babysitter on the weekends.
Yeah, and we consider those that are critical employees for our company is the person who helps us clean our house, so and take care of help us take care of our 4-year-old. So long answers on this for us.
People want to know. These are real things, right? People want to know, and the vulnerability and insight you guys are providing is awesome. So no worries about long answers. We want to make sure that everybody who listens to this, whether it's our audience, your audience, whoever, is getting the most out of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Next question.
Okay. How do you settle disagreements?
Well, put on the boxing gloves. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Man, for us,
I think for us, we wasn't always like this, but I think now, because of where we are at the stage that we're at in our relationship now, I think we just try to look at the bigger picture, like what is the win? Like I shouldn't be trying to win, and he shouldn't be trying to win, but what is best for us right now, or what is best for the relationship or the business right now? That's not always easy to do, but I think right now that's the stage that we're at.
Yeah, I would agree with that. We've again, like you said, we've kind of grown into that.
Yeah.
We're consistently trying to figure out what puts us in the W column, right? So that may mean some negotiating between us, but then knowing that it's not me against her as much as it is us against whatever it is, so that we end up in the win column, right? So for us, it's been a lot of that, and I'm not. I think personality wise, I'm not really I'm not an argumentative person even to begin with, right? So it's only going to go but so far because I'm just not that guy, you know. So
I'm not either. You're making me sound.
No, I didn't mean it like that. I'm not saying you are. I'm not saying you are, but I'm not. And so there's certain things, you know, that it's just not going to go but so far just because of our personalities, right? And then couple that with, you know, we're really looking for ways to kind of make sure that, you know, any disagreement doesn't disintegrate us as much as it is a catalyst for how we figure out the win. I think has helped us successfully navigate and manage conflict.
So I'm a bit of a calculated person, so this might sound a little weird. Before I even mention that, though, I said it earlier, but we always make sure that we fight for resolution, not to win. And that's really important to Alicia and I. Like we're quick to apologize when there's a mistake. If there's one of us a little bit more fire than the other, it's Alicia. I always say she's naturally a fighter. I'm naturally a lover. But that's just, but again, nothing against her. She's incredible, and like it's really done well for us as a relationship. When I say calculated, I come from big corporate, so I'm part of a really big business for 15 years. Systems, processes, SOPs are really important because, believe it or not, people fight at work too, and that's why HR departments exist. Right. And I always found that if there's a system for something, you fight about it a lot less. So if there's any friction that's being caused from a business perspective for Alicia and I, it means there's not enough of a system. There's not a clear role. And so it might sound a little crazy, like, oh my gosh, like you avoid fighting by building a system for something. But really, again, from my business background, because I got tired of sitting in HR rooms, I just learned that it's important to take the time to develop the system, the clear role. And so you don't have to overlap too much in that. Of course, it happens all the time still, right? Like it's always going to happen as the business grows and evolves. And that's when we go back to that core of, hey, we're quick to apologize. We remember that, hey, first and foremost, we are a couple. We believe that we're put on this earth to serve others because that's what Jesus wants us to do. And we're going to fight for resolution so we can get there as quickly as we can and move forward.
That's fantastic. I love that.
Good. Yeah, that's very similar. You know, it's all about the ultimate goal in the end. And, you know, I don't know if it would be surprising to anyone to know that I think it's me that tends to be a little more fiery, and I don't know why. The diva in the in the couple. But we have some really, I think our arguments are really fun usually, because they really are we're trying to figure out the solution more than it is try to win. So I love the way that you both put that.
Yeah, there's been an enormous amount of individual growth that has happened since we launched our business, and as a couple too, because all of a sudden we have to like just be very, very good at communicating what our goals are, communicating so we are on the same page, and we have to like strip away from all of the bullshit.
All of the previous ideas that we weren't serving us. I think it's that I've always thought that that's the best part about entrepreneurship, is that it sort of forces you, and even content creation, it kind of forces you to deal with your demons, and it kind of forces you to actually take ownership for these things that you might need to improve or change about yourself. And so that's been really fun, because the camera's on you, the lights are on you, and like it's time to go. And that's where it's been really fun for us to be able to do that.
Okay.
Oh, sorry about that.
No worries.
Go ahead and mute that.
I'm the argumentative one. Sarah likes facts. I like to exaggerate things, and but both of us are super, super competitive, like super competitive. So we really have to put ourselves through the paces every now and then when something does come up. Just like, okay, am I still arguing with her because I want to win, or because I want to prove I'm right? Or so we're still growing in that area. We're working this out. It is an interesting dynamic to add business to it, as well as being married and having kids, and it's been interesting to add business. That's actually the one thing I think probably argue about the least, honestly, is our business. Kind of find what works and what direction we believe we want to go, and just go with it. And business is probably the least argumentative portion of our relationship sometimes, largely because she has to put up with me. But that's what it is. You guys have set me time because you're together so often. What's me time?
Alicia and I both are really good about spending time with friends away from each other. We don't do that super often, but it's important to get around, for me, getting around some of my guy friends, right? Like I come back a better husband because of the type of people I hang out with and I spend time with. They encourage me in that. And I think that that's actually something that's often missing, especially for guys. I find getting that time with other guys really does help you understand, again, how to be a better husband if you're around the right type of people. Let me add that disclaimer there, right? And so Alicia and I are both very intentional to make sure that we get our time together, because obviously that's number one. And past that, hey, let's make sure we go get a night where you're going out with girls, I'm going out with the guys. And that's been something we both just really enjoy.
Yeah, I'm recognizing the importance of that in this season of my life. Quite honestly, I was not as intentional about doing that. Now, we do our best to be intentional about us time. But in terms of me actually getting out there and saying, hey, I'm going to go hang out with some guys, I'm going to, be in this iron, sharpens iron kind of environment. I was kind of a loner for a lot of my life. And so I'm realizing the importance of that now, and slowly but surely getting a little better at being intentional in that area. The us time thing, I think, like every couple, there's room for improvement, but I think we do okay with that.
Yeah, the me time, because that was the question.
Yeah.
I think I'm more prone to do that more readily than Ollie is. But yeah, definitely important.
I think we're kind of on the opposite of that. I don't know if Veronica would know what to do with me time. So when I think about me time, I think about a bath, maybe with some salts and some.
Well, it gives me so much anxiety.
Some some type of retreat or something. But yeah,
my me time is sorting, organizing, cleaning the pantry, doing the laundry, folding the laundry, color coordinating the laundry.
Yeah. So we're definitely, we like being around each other too much to our own dismay, probably, or to our own detriment. And so it's hard for us to schedule that me time, but it is something we do, and we try to schedule.
We don't have a lot of friends, so
so we're kind of,
you're my best friend.
So we kind of have to we fulfill that, at least currently in this season of our life. We're fulfilling all that for ourselves. So.
Now, with that being said, we try to take some time apart from each other, and because our schedules are so hectic, sometimes it has to be late at night or very early in the morning. We both like to work out, so we just try to hit the gym at different times.
Hold on real quick here. I realized, thanks everyone, I answered the question totally wrong. So Alicia and I are major extroverts. So our me time is usually spent with other people. We love that. But we both are very active in the gym, and we go to the gym separately. So so much like Steve and Veronica just said, like we go separately, and that's our alone time. That's our me time, if you will.
Mm-hmm. That's great.
So I am me card carrying extreme introvert in the group. Wonderful.
No, you're not.
No, you're not. You trust me.
You're not. Trust me.
I'm holding the oar right behind you. We're in the same boat.
All right, guys, we've been covering some awesome questions so far, and we've got a lot more to come. We're going to roll to our sponsor, and we'll be right back with more.
How well do you sleep at night? Do you toss and turn and wake up more tired than when you went to bed? Sleep is commonly one of the critical elements people fall short on in their life. The quality of sleep you get directly affects your ability to control your weight, your ability to add muscle, your stress levels, and your everyday job and life performance. If you're ready to move to the next level, then sleep has to be part of the plan. Check out our friends at ghostbed.com if you're ready to get your best sleep. I love my ghost bed. I've been sleeping on one for a couple of years, and it's made a huge difference in how I sleep. Hit ghostbed.com and use the code TheFallibleMan30 to get 30% off your order and start getting better night's sleep tomorrow. Now, let's go on to the show.
There we go. Welcome back, guys. It's been an awesome show so far. We just have a room full of awesome with all these incredible podcast couples who are being vulnerable and sharing their very deep lives with you guys, right? A lot of behind the scenes going on today. If you missed the first part of the show, be sure to go back and catch it. And we're going to get rolling right into this. Work inside the home or outside the home, or have you not tried both?
In terms of the actual physical space?
Where you work? Actual physical space. Do you guys have an outside office, or you all work from home?
We work from home.
Yep.
We work
from home. Yep.
Yeah, we work from home. However, we do say a lot, man, it would be nice to just grab the laptops and go to Starbucks and just work from there. Sometimes just for a different environment. I never thought that we would say that I've always worked from home, even in my corporate space for the past, I think like 10 years. And you didn't when you were in the corporate space. And when he came home during the pandemic, I was like, I can't, you should not be here. This is not going to work. This is not how I do things. That was an adjustment. Yeah. But, I think sometimes it's nice, even though we have a home office, it's nice to just be in a different type of environment when you're together all of the time.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say.
Our goal is to have an outside office as well at some point. So
that's our goal.
That's our goal too.
Alicia?
Yeah, we both work from home in our home. Like I have like a desk on wheels that it's like home is in our bedroom, but I wheel it out to the living room. Then that's my office during the day. So I have a good view. And he actually has like a studio and office. But we live in Jacksonville, Florida. And thankfully the weather is phenomenal most of the year. And we take our laptops and go work at the pool. And that's our way to get outside the house.
Oh, nice.
Beautiful.
Cool.
Awesome.
We're coming over.
Yeah.
Yes.
We would love to. I would eventually like to have a separate studio space from, like, I have a studio in the house. Sarah homeschools our kids, has a bookkeeping business on the side, and helps with this. And then I have my studio space in here. So we would eventually like to grow this to the portion where, like, I can pick up some office space somewhere and actually totally separate that. I don't like having, I've worked on the road or at an office or in construction for so many years that being home all the time, it's like, I just feel like it's almost invading because I'm a homebody. So I feel like this is my retreat space. So I don't like having our whole production right here in the house.
Understood.
So,
definitely.
How do you guys handle creative differences or even differences in the way you think the business should move?
That's a good question.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't know that we have that much of a difference in the way that the business should move. Do you think?
Probably not. We've been, obviously nowhere near perfect, but I think we've been pretty much on the same page around the direction.
I think the goal is the same. We might have different ways of getting there or different ideas of how to get there. But I think when that comes up, we just, I guess, think of, okay, well, what's the best? Again, what's best for the business? What's the more efficient way to get to where we want to go? You're thinking one way, I'm thinking another way. And let's not get hung up on whose thought is the best, but what is the best way for the business? But as far as the goal itself, I think we have the same goal in mind.
Yeah. In our case, Stephen is the visionary, so he's like 10 years ahead. And I am the technician and like my head down and getting the work done. And I think the way that we solve our differences is just by I bring him to the reality and he kind of brings me it. So we meet in the middle.
Yeah.
It's like, don't you get excited about this? No, I get excited about money getting in my bank account. That's how we're going to get to your plans 10 years from now is by getting the money in the bank account. So we meet in the middle and we talk it out. And there's been a few times that he's just not having it and I'm not having it. And we have to walk away and we have to separate and take a day off from the business and just kind of breathe and think. And then we come back and we talk it out and come to a resolution. But yeah, a lot of talking, a lot of understanding, a lot of knowing our personalities, our different personalities, and just work around our flaws and things that we have.
Yeah, I like that.
Did you have something you wanted to add, Alex?
No, like again, our systems are really like we kind of already talked about that. But I saw the way Steve and Veronica looked at each other when you asked the question, so I was going to call them out, but they went ahead and answered it on their own accord. So I was glad to hear what they've learned.
Like, oh boy, yeah, we know how that feels.
All right, simple yes or no question. If you guys were wiped out today, lost everything you built, had to start from scratch, would you start a new business with your spouse, even if you had to take separate jobs to fund it for a while and build it on the side? If you lost everything, had to start over, would you absolutely go back into business with your spouse again?
Absolutely, yes.
Yes. So yeah, throw in one or two easy questions. We try. What is the top benefit of working with your spouse?
Liking your coworkers finally.
I'm glad you like me.
Alicia she's like, I'm not just saying this because she's here. She's very smart. So she's like, I mean, we've worked together for years. She used to own a clothing boutique. She sold it. She's done very well. So bringing her in as like a COO is like a dream. So regardless if we are a couple or not, like she's so high level and does such a good job. Like it's a win regardless, if that makes sense. So for me, it was really easy.
Yeah, listen, I have to be good because you guys are just meeting me for the first time. I went completely left when I heard that question. I'm just going to say that. My mind went all the way over here. But that is a perk. Let's be clear. That's a perk, working with your spouse. So but I'm going to be good.
Y'all pray for me, okay?
You know what? If that's still 20 plus years of your marriage, that's still exciting. And the first things coming to mind, that's a great marriage right there. You guys are doing well and set the bar high.
Awesome. I'll take it.
It's cool. That was more of a possibility.
Cute.
Yeah, before we started homeschooling, that was a little more of a perk.
Yeah.
What's a piece of advice for anyone considering starting a business with their spouse? From your experience.
So my advice would be just make an inventory of your skills and your professional credentials and your experience and all that, and see where are the loopholes. See where you're going to need help and list help very quick. Because in our case, we didn't know anything about business. So I wish that we could go back and learn more about business and business management and all that.
That would be my advice, is to immediately pick up business books and to start reading as many as you can and audiobooks or however you like to consume that type of content. And I wish we would have done that a lot earlier too.
If you have that background already, then you have an advantage. Then the only thing you need to enlist is the people who are going to support you in moving your vision forward. But just make an inventory of the things that you're bringing to the table, whether it's capital, whether it's money, whether it's the skills, whether it's the connections, whether all that helps and to see what is the help that you're going to need.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyone else?
Yeah, I'll quickly say, just take it seriously. It can feel like you're just playing work, right? Sometimes, but you have to really take it seriously. Like, treat it like a business, not like a couple just getting to do something fun. It should be that. You have to actually sit down intentionally, have the conversation. This is a business first and foremost. And when you're able to really do that, that's how you build the separation of personal and professional.
Yeah, definitely. I like that.
All right. What is the next big project you guys are working on that you want to share with everybody?
Ooh.
Next big project. There's a couple, actually. We're in the midst of a 6-week group coaching experience now with a couple couples. And that's going to be an ongoing project with some cohorts happening throughout the year. You heard about the podcast in the beginning. So Overcoming the Man Laws podcast is something that we're looking at as well. Coming up. What else?
Well, it's not really etched in stone, but I know that this year we're trying to do a conference.
We're trying to do some kind of conference or retreat. So that's the big piece right there.
Fun
this year.
Fun. So we have a few launches scheduled for this year. We're going to be launching our curriculum-based coaching program.
Yeah, it's a group coaching program. We're doing that for the first time this year. It's a big shift in the way that we've been teaching podcasting. We did standalone online courses, and now we really want to have a more intimate connection with our students and actually be there to help them with accountability and actually see their podcast come to light and see their content marketing systems get built. So we're really excited about that, getting in this more of a group coaching, and we're doing that periodically throughout the year. And then we're also starting a coaching program for freelance audio and video editors as well later in the year, and that's going to be really fun too.
Nice.
For us, we're really doubling down on relationships, and we do have a mastermind as well. It's funny, everyone's here mentioned like group coaches, stuff like that. So like just the relationships in that mastermind, but also, I mean, we believe that all business is human to human, and we're doing our best to build proper systems and communication flows for our members. We run software companies. We have the parent company, and then we have 3 separate softwares under that. But we never want people to feel like I'm doing air quotes here, a user or a customer or a client. We want them to feel like a member of a thriving community. So this year, we've really devoted our time and our energy to figuring out how to do that at a higher scale, to really build that foundation for the future of the people that we get the opportunity to work with.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's great.
Our project, as we said, we're 2 weeks out from our second conference, the Phoenix conference. This is our second event. We've stepped up our virtual game a lot this year to try and expand that capability. And we're adding a physical component. We're having a strongman competition during the event. So we're very excited about what's going on with that. But guys, I wanted to bring you all here, and for our audience listening, okay, it wasn't an accident couples I asked. All these couples have had a huge impact on us. And so bring them in here with you guys. So for a little clarity, there will be links. Like this will be the most linked, video description and show ever in the history of my podcast, because you'll have links for everybody's stuff. But this show, if you enjoy the Fallible Man podcast, thanks Steve and Veronica, because this is where podcasting started for me.
Awesome.
My document I built on what my show was going to be like, the tone of it, the personality of it. I learned this from you guys' YouTube channel. I found you when I first started looking into podcasting, long before I knew anybody else here.
Oh, great.
Nice.
That's so fun.
It's all you.
That's all you. Yeah.
It's all your work and your talent and your charisma. Thank you. Thank you for having us.
I appreciate that. But you guys put in the foundation by creating just great information out there. As someone who is new to the podcasting space, it was huge. And then I met Alex and Alicia through the software they have. Alex invited me to PodMatch, I think when it was still almost in the beta form or right after it went live on LinkedIn, and provides just an incredible way to connect with amazing
guests.
Thank you, guest. Sorry, my emotional moment. And just I've used several of the other products they create, and you guys are succeeding. PodPros community is awesome. I love hanging out with PodPros community, and y'all are creating an amazing space for that. And then I met Oliver and Denise. I think I'm not even sure where we connected originally.
While you were talking, I was thinking the same thing. I was like,
through a YouTube conference.
That's right. Through Kirk
Oliver's friends and I met in a small group and connected us. And we just clicked. Oliver and Denise have been supportive. They've been on the show several times, both on my live stream. And this will be Oliver's second time speaking at my event. He was one of my original speakers as well. And all of you, I've just created this amazing relationship with over time because of the effect and impact you have on my life. And I wanted to share you with my audience because you guys are something very unique. Most people are terrified of working with their spouse. You guys are all in this space, and working with your spouses is amazing. And you guys are all putting out amazing products. Guys, if you guys are listening, the pool of talent on the show today, follow their links, get to know these people. They are amazing people because I only bring you guys the best. Now, the answer for our silly question is, if you dug a hole through the center of the earth from Wellington, New Zealand, into which European country would you emerge? The options were Germany, Spain, France, and Poland. Do you remember what we said?
I was Poland.
I
You were
was
Germany.
The answer is Spain.
Oh.
That's it. I'm out of here. Forget this. I'm done.
Listen, let me tell you something. This further proves something that I just said recently, that I consistently win when I listen to her. I love it.
See?
I know.
I'm going to keep listening.
For all you guys who are listening and are further curious more about this, Veronica and Steve actually just did a great episode on Podcast Jefe, which I did not know until I had already asked you guys to do this. But you guys actually did an episode on this recently on Podcast Jefe. That was a great show, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
I was backlogged on catching up with you guys. And it's like, I came to that show, I'm like, man, I just asked them to do this. So you can go
Good timing.
Catch that for more on this. Guys, we hope you get to spend Valentine's wherever you want to spend it, with people you want to spend it with. Have an incredible Valentine's Day. On behalf of all these amazing people, be better tomorrow because of what you do today, and we'll see you on the next one.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This has been the Fallible Man Podcast, your home for everything man, husband, and father. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss a show. Head over to www.thefallibleman.com for more content and get your own Fallible Man gear.